Geminis. This is Kate from Clear Blue Tarot doing a timeless reading for you today. So whenever you find this reading is the right time for you to see it, and even if the whole message is not resonating with you completely, I hope you can still take something home from it. These cards are beautiful today. So we're starting off in the center of the Celtic cross with the antelope spirit and the Eight of Swords. So the way that they're positioned, the antelope is racing forward. Life is speeding up, it says. So you're racing forward inside of yourself towards something new. But the Eight of Swords, you're in a little bit of a mental prison. You need to realize something before you will allow yourself to go forward into this new venture. What's crossing you is this call card, which is the judgment card in the regular decks. In the good tarot, they call it the call. And it's the resurrection card. It's the rebirth. It's rising from the dead, something new. So as we go on, you'll see why that's really cool that it came out right there. The foundation of the reading is the beaver spirit, which I had a couple of readings ago, I think for Aries it came up, so it might mean something. You might want to watch that one too. But this one is in this deck, in this spread, it's in a different position. It's down at the foundation, and it is for laying a solid foundation. So it's saying with this new energy that you have charging forward, once you break free of this mental stuck energy that you have, you are going to be laying a nice solid foundation for this new venture. So that's very supported to have that in that area. In the recent past, it's showing the coyote spirit, which may have been what led you to this burst of antelope coming racing forward, because the coyote is all about divine detours. So it's about being a little frustrated as you want to head towards something, but life keeps saying, oh, no, down here, you got to look over here first. Oh, wait, no, this is going to happen. And oh, we have this blowing up over here. You have to take care of this. And you get frustrated, but what you don't realize until later in retrospect is that all of these were divine detours. They weren't just chaotic life. They were for lessons that you needed, because this is a very spiritual reading. You needed these lessons to carry on with where you're headed. Crowning the reading here is the Hierophant card. So this is definitely related to this rebirth that you're looking for. This resurrection is of your spiritual nature. This is a very spiritual reading to be crowned by the Hierophant. It's talking about the inner authority that you have to embrace your connection to the divine, to the universe, your understanding, and to be willing to speak of that, to be willing to talk of that, to be willing to embrace that enough to go out into the world and show it to people fearlessly. The Hierophant is a commanding, authoritative leader of spiritual, religious, not necessarily religious, could be just spiritual. In this deck, it's a very spiritual card. In other decks, it comes across a little bit more like the Pope. But this deck is very much angelic, higher knowledge of spirit. So what it looks like you're heading into now is some work on your inner child. And that could be what is this mental prison here. It looks very clear that you have been avoiding something in your shadow that you need to embrace and love to heal. You need to look into the darkness of something that's painful, something that you're clinging to from your childhood, from your upbringing, it doesn't necessarily have to be from your family or your home, but it could be just societal, whatever you were taught that is putting a kibosh on this energy that's pushing you forward, which is really great, that you want, that's deep inside of you saying, let's go. Something from your inner child needs to be looked at, unearthed, healed, loved, and allowed to be reborn. So as we move over here, we've got the favorable energies of the middle world that are inside of you that are saying now is the time. This is the time. If you're ever going to do this, you have to do it now because it's perfect conditions. Everything's balanced. Everything's in the middle. Everything's in that perfect blend of yin yang inside of you. So go and do it. But outside yourself, your ego self, what the world sees is this clinging to what's not working. So that fits right together with the Eight of Swords. You know, you're in the mental prison, you're holding on to things that don't work anymore, and that's not good because it is the time. So, I mean, you can choose, you all have free will. You can choose that you don't want to do this. You can stay there. People do. People live their whole lives clinging to things and afraid to do the healing work. But usually when people are watching these readings, they're looking for the healing. So I'm going to assume that you're going to go for it and you just needed a little advice. So echoing the antelope here in your hopes and fears, you have the Chariot, which is also like the middle world. It's saying energies are balanced, yin and yang are balanced. You've got the white and the black horse pulling you forward, and you are going for it. So that's what you're hoping for. So you just have to do it. Awesomely, the final cards here, we've got honesty and death, okay? So this is what needs to happen before you can have this rebirth and resurrection. You need to let something die that obviously you're clinging to, and it's going to make you feel like this. This guy, the honesty card in the fairy oracles, he's got the shaky throat, he's got the teary eyes, he's shaky, but he's so beautiful. He's so sweet. When I pulled this card, I was like, oh, final outcome, my favorite, my weepy guy, I love him. So let yourself go there. Let yourself go there. We all do that. We all get like that. And that goes along with something like the death of a cycle, the death of your old life, what needs to be let go of. It's going to come with a little bit of tremulous energy. And I feel that from this reading. I feel like a little kid, you know, but that's how you get all this good stuff, is by rebirthing that vulnerable innocence that you squashed at some point. So don't get too nitpicky. We got the mouse here. So don't get up in your head and start overthinking it. Just, the answers are clear cut. You know what it is. It's like pretty much you've lived inside your head your whole life. If I said to you, what's your inner child issues? You'd say, ba, ba, ba. But if you start, you're gonna make up 100 more things and you won't even take care of the 3 important ones. You'll go down all these little mousy nibbles and you won't get to the core. So just, you know, the first 2 or 3 answers, that's it. Don't keep going. And meditate, okay? If you have trouble finding the clarity of these answers of what it is that you need to heal, just meditate on it. You have the middle world energies right now supporting you. You've got angelic presence. If you need to know, just take some deep breaths, follow your breath, and let things come to you. Or write down the questions at night, meditate before you go to sleep, go off into dream world. When you wake up in the morning, it'll be really obvious, the answers. Yeah, so this is gorgeous. And, you know, next reading we do for you, Gemini, we'll see if you've made some progress on this and what's coming up next. So I hope you like this reading, and all the information is below about the decks. I do a blend, and also my email is there in case you ever want a private reading. I'm available. So thank you so much. Have a great day. Thanks for coming.